Hello everyone, it's SafeFile here. Today I want to talk about cloud gaming and how much it has improved lately. In this video, I'll focus mainly on GeForce Now and Boosteroid. So let's talk about GeForce Now first. I have been using this service for almost a year and a half and I want to share my experience with it, especially now that they have the RTX 5080 servers. Could this be the future of gaming? Let's find out. By the way, I'm using my personal email, so I blurred it out just in case you noticed. GeForce Now is NVIDIA's cloud gaming service where you can play the games you own on the cloud server. Think of it as renting a cloud PC. So if you don't have a powerful PC and want to play some of the power intensive games with or without ray tracing, this service provides a good option in that area. You can pretty much play on any device, including PC, TV, tablet, and your phone. The service connection to all the major game stores such as PC Game Pass, Steam, EA, Ubisoft, and Epic Games. The big caveat is that you can only play the games from publishers who have opted in, so you won't find the games like Red Dead Redemption 2 or GTA 5 in this service. Now, talking about the image quality, GeForce Now offers up to 5K at 120 FPS and up to 360 FPS on a 1080p with latency under 30 millisecond according to the website. And I will be testing all this out in a bit. The biggest issue for me was the image quality, especially in the scenes with heavy foliage. You can see a lot of artifacts in it. The image would essentially looks blurry. Now the standard bandwidth is 100 and they have also introduced cinematic quality streaming which should elevate all these issues and provide a much clearer picture in a dense foliage heavy scenes. Now, if you have a Steam Deck, you can stream it up to 90 FPS, and on LG TVs, it's 4K 120 FPS. So here I'll start with Assassin's Creed Shadows, the game where I noticed the most issues with the image quality at launch. Back then, the visuals would become noticeably blurry, especially when looking at trees through foggy environments. It made playing in certain areas less immersive because the distance foliage and effects would lose clarity and detail. However, after the recent updates, especially with the introduction of cinematic quality streaming, the image looks much sharper. There are no longer problems with color banding, and the distance foliage with fog maintains crispness and vibrant color. It's a significant upgrade. Here's a look at the settings. The game running at 4K with DLSS set to quality, and all the settings almost maxed out. In Kingdom Come Deliverance 2, you get these huge countryside landscapes and super dense forest open world. The image would get all blotchy and it would lose a ton of detail anytime there was a lot of foliage on the screen. Exploring these environments just didn't feel as good because things could look blurry. Now, when you're running through those woods or riding across the fields, everything stays crisp and clear. You actually get to see all the fine details in every direction, no matter what's happening on the screen. And it's a similar situation with the Black Myth Wukong. The game throws a ton of foliage, wild action, and flashy particle effects at you all the time. And it was the same story as before, where this game would suffer from blurriness when playing through the forest environments. Stuff would turn into a pixelated mess and you'd lose a ton of detail. Now you don't see those artifacts anymore, and it's such a nice change, and it really helps you stay immersed. Now, playing Cyberpunk 2077 on an RTX 5080 with all the settings maxed out and DLSS balanced, you get about 80 to 90 FPS on average. The maximum bitrate I have seen it used is around 95 Mbps in my case. You can also turn on the overlay on the screen, which provides you with all the helpful information from the server you're connected to, including how much data is currently being used. The game looks phenomenal and it feels almost like playing natively. It's crazy. Also, the latency is around 16 millisecond and the response time is amazing. You can see there is no input delay when I press the triggers. Now that the part about playing on PC is covered, in this case with the pre-built Alienware 3080 with the Ryzen 5800X, the best part of this service is play anywhere. So, when wanting to move away from the screen and play on a phone, it's a great option. Here, playing Mafia Definitive Edition on a Z Fold 6, the clarity is fantastic. Even when playing first person shooters like Doom the Dark Ages, it's insane that this quality is possible on a phone and you can essentially play anywhere in your house. It's 60 FPS max on the mobile devices, but honestly, there isn't a need to go higher, and for some chill time, it works great. For me personally, I like playing on my S10 Ultra tablet since its aspect ratio of 6 by 10 and you can get the full screen and up to 120 FPS. Just connect your controller and play the game. Here I'm playing The Witcher 3 and the game is an all-time classic. The game looks fantastic with all the settings cranked up to max. So if you want to play it on your TV with no device connected, Nvidia announced that the LG TVs will have 4K up to 120 FPS, but as of yet I haven't seen the update on mine. Here on the Samsung TV, it's 4K 60 FPS for now, with 50 Mbps as the max bitrate. I tested Doom the Dark Ages since it's an FPS and fast paced, and I was surprised how well it played, especially on the TV app. Usually, in my experience, the TV app doesn't perform well enough. If I turn off the overlay, you can play the game with ease without noticing any hiccups. The input lag was great as well, and all this is playing on Wi Fi. If you had hardwired your TV, the experience would have been even better. Now, playing AC Shadows, I noticed the image quality being less sharp, but still, it's amazing that you can turn on your TV, connect the controller, and just play the game without the need of any console or actual PC. And even with the low bitrate, the foliage issues that I mentioned previously are not visible. Now, what if you want to have more choice in terms of the game you want to play? This is where the Boosteriod service comes in. They use AMD GPUs, so you won't be getting any RTX 5080 here, but the gaming library is extensive, and you can even play the games like Hogwarts Legacy, Red Dead Redemption 2, and GTA 5. It provides the same option as GeForce, where you can play it anywhere, be it on your PC, phone, or tablets. So first I tested out the app on the phone, which is in beta as of this video, and tried Callisto Protocol since it's graphically intensive and looks realistic. The experience was great and I was surprised at the picture quality. Though the latency was showing as high, there was no lag in the trigger and the fire response of the gun, and the overall experience was very smooth when playing this game. Here, testing out the Hogwarts Legacy with all the settings maxed out, the one thing I noticed is that on the Steam games, I could only select 1920 by 1080p on the phone as the max resolution, which was a bit strange. But still, the experience of playing this game on the phone was great. Next was the Red Dead Redemption 2, playing on the PC app with all the settings maxed out, and here you have the option to stream in 4K up to 120 FPS, and it was very smooth. The picture clarity was great, the response time was excellent, and there weren't any artifacts at all, especially with the foliage, where you might normally see the stream losing quality or getting a bit blurry. Next, I tested the TV app, which offers 4K 60 FPS experience, but for some reason, the app on the Samsung TV wasn't working at all. I tried everything and decided to give it a try on LG TV, and it worked. A nice touch is that if you don't have a controller, you can download one. It's a cool feature. On the TV, testing Hogwarts Legacy, it looked great. And the one thing I noticed is that even though it says 60 FPS, it wasn't really a smooth 60, more like 40 to 50 FPS. Red Dead was somehow struggling on the TV app with hiccups, even on 1080p resolution. Now, talking about the pricing, Nvidia offers a $10.39 day pass for the Ultimate membership, letting you to try it out before subscribing. Monthly plan cost $30.99 for the performance and $25.99 for the ultimate, while the yearly plans are $139.99 and $279.99 Canadian respectively. As for the Boostroid, it doesn't offer a day pass like GeForce. The Ultra plan costs 989 euro, the Ultra Pro 1489 euro, and the Ultra with World of Tank 1689 monthly, or 749, 1124, 4098 euro per month with a yearly plan. Overall, cloud gaming has come a long way. To make the most of it, I highly recommend having a high speed, unlimited internet connection. Even if you're not a fan of Nvidia due to its game library or session limits, it's good to know there are alternatives. In my opinion, cloud gaming will only continue to improve, and I hope the prices remains reasonable. Otherwise, building a PC or buying a console might make more sense. Until next time, thank you for watching and let me know in comments what you think about cloud gaming. Please don't forget to like and subscribe.